go down and do the plumber's guilty look up. It wasn't a lot, but sometimes it'll just leave a stain. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Hopefully everybody's doing okay. Today's episode, we are back on that little cloakroom job that we started a few weeks ago. We've got to make all the hot, cold and heating connections. They were a little bit tricky on this one. I did my best. Bear in mind, all this plumbing that we're doing under this bath is going to be taken out anyway because they're having a walk-in shower. So we've got to sink everything under the floor. But we need to get the downstairs cloakroom done first. So they've got a downstairs toilet and that's used. So just bear that in mind. Thank you for watching. There is a bit of news at the end of the video for those who are interested. Yeah, it's just one of the things. I'm not going through too much now. But yeah, thank you for watching. I'll catch you straight in there. So I'm just connecting these hot and colds up. It's going to be really difficult to show you because I can hardly see myself. But I've managed to get a couple of speed fit elbows down there on the pipes we poked through from the garage. And I'm just trying to bend everything out the way. So that's going to be on my cold, which we're going to join up on here. I'm not sure why somebody's put a single check valve on, unless that bath tap was, well, it's probably because it's mains in gravity. So the cold was probably pushing back up the hot potentially. And the hot is at the back of that 22. And then I've got to try and get the flow returns through and into the airing cupboard. I'll have to make sure that's not leaking as well. I just lifted that waste pipe and it's already started leaking. So I'll have to probably change that push fit elbow. I'm just going to try and get that. I should have also mentioned all this is coming out because we're having a shower tray in. That's why we're putting a downstairs toilet in, so they can do away with this bath. Well, not do away with the bathroom, but a low profile shower tray so they can get in easier. So that's why I'm doing it just in speed fit, because it'll be a lot easier to alter it all when I come back when the bath is out of the way. So all I'm literally doing is teeing into here, move that single check valve across. As I say, we'll have to renew that waste pipe underneath the floor anyway into the new stack, well, where we're connecting into the other bit, because it runs across the flat roof. So we've got all that to sort in the future, well, in the next few weeks or so. So I'll do away with these speed fit fittings then. Yeah, when we come back, it's just easier for me to not solder under the bath, and I can't get a press gun in there. As I say, when I get all that out, I've got to lower all these flow returns down because they're going through into the airing cupboard, so I have to sink all them in the floor and get everything flush. It would have been easier to take the bath out and then put the pipework in, but because we've only got one. Oh, blimey, can't get that one done. That bath waste is dripping as well. I'm going to have to sort. No chance. Might cut that. Not that there's anything fundamentally wrong with push fit anyway, it's approved and everything, it's just not how I would normally do it. Right, there we go, to go on, and I'll make sure we've got gold on the right downstairs. Feels okay, there's no water passing through the valve, so we're going to have a look. As long as we've got cold there, which we have, which is good. Beautiful. Right, that's it in. Bit of a struggle with that one. As I say, all this is coming out anyway, but I just want to get the downstairs connected. I've got to have a look at this. I'm not sure what the hell is going on with that. I think that's a slip cup there. I don't know, we'll have a look at it. I might just put my a mechanical socket on. Make sure that's dried off. I had to turn it off in the airing because we couldn't get that valve to hold. Cold's all on anyway, that's all in, connected up. Got a leak on there probably. Have a look at that as well. But yeah, it's not. I mean, it's not horrendous. It's just not the best. Well, it's not the best I've ever done. Just going to make sure there's no leaks on this bathway. To make sure there's no air in the taps. To be honest with you, the pipe was short, but I think it should be okay. I've just replaced that fitting. It's a little bit short, and that's why it was sliding up and down. But as long as it don't leak, it's okay. I'll probably half fill it. Oh no, we've got a leak on. That'll be straight through the flipping ceiling. I hope that's not gone through the ceiling. I do hope. I have to go down and do the plumber's guilty look up. It won a lot, but sometimes it'll just leave a stain. Flipping out. It's not gone through the ceiling yet. Well, it's certainly not showing on the ceiling, so we're probably alright. What I'll probably do is put a bit more in that bath. Make sure none of this is leaking. I say all this is coming out anyway in the next few weeks or month, within the next month, so I'm not too worried. I know my pipework connections aren't the best, but it is awkward under there. So the bathroom's on the other side of there. This is where we need to get our heating to. What we're going to end up doing, we'll have to move that zone valve up. That's for the heat. That's for the radiators. That one's for the hot water. So we can't just simply tee into the flow and return from the boiler because you're the wrong side of the valves and the wrong side of the vent. So there the flow and return comes up. Well, you can see the flow there into the air sep, combined cold feeding vent down through the pump, suicide valves on the pump, and that's a bypass. It should be an auto one nowadays really, but they used to use gate valves. And then that's the hot water return. So if you were to tee your radiator return there, or on the pipe in the garage, or anywhere that side of that leg, what would happen is in the summer the water would creep back up the downstairs radiator return and your radiators would come on. So we need to tee it there and there. What I'll do is I'll put some lever valves in here so I don't keep having to drain it down when I have to come connect the radiator up. It's just a standard S-plan system. I'm going to look to try and get down as low as we can under there, and we'll probably just use speed fit under the bath as say, and then when we take the bath out we'll renew that in copper, but it's just going to make life easier. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. We'll have to drain the heat and move that valve up because I ain't going to get a T in there very easily. Probably cut it there, put that valve there and then rejig it from that point I think, and then the return there anywhere on that pipe. We need to keep it as far to the cylinder as we can and ideally as low as possible. Go about there. We've gone somewhere, haven't we? Should we go and have a look? Probably through the bath. No, it won't be. Over there, look, that's not too bad. So that's got my two pipes pushed through into here. I'm probably going to convert them back to copper at the back so you don't see it through. Well, so you don't see the plastic basically is what I'm trying to say. That zone valve's going the wrong way, isn't it? Whoever put that in. Good job, good job, good job. How can you put a zone valve in the wrong way? There's a flipping error on it. Down, down, through. I'm not changing it, it's probably been in there since 1980. Is that one going? The heating one's going the right way. Trouble is, sometimes they can bang you if you put them the wrong way, but they've never complained. Well, they haven't said anything, so we'll leave it. I don't want to go messing about with the crusty connections too much. I think Mercy, the drain off tap works. Let's just get a towel on dry because it's leaking a bit. Lock that one open. It should drain down with a bit of luck. I didn't really want to drain the system, but I think sometimes it's just safer. Ain't gonna get any movement. No movement. Not even a little bit. Oh, it's empty anyway. It's empty. It's when you do that, when you ain't got full control, it goes black crap everywhere and but we're alright. I mean, the water was very black when I drained it. see how much crap's in the pipe. It's not an old boiler either, which is obviously it's never been flushed. Get some new olive on there, but I want the nut. Them Honeywell nuts are unique to the valve, so you kind of have to save them. I think we can spare an olive. We press a socket on there, probably a socket, and then that like that. I think that'll work. If I can get my jaws in there, if not I'll have to solder that one. So that's that connection pressed in there. All I'm going to do is put a lever valve on that 15 stub that I've got sticking out, and then connect it onto my speed fit, and that's the flow in. And then the return, I don't know, we'll meander in. We'll keep it as neat and tidy as we can. It's always a little bit tricky, but you can only ever do what you can do. That's not too bad. So that flows all in. We've got lever valve control on it, so when we come back to fit the radiator, all we've got to do is flick that off. I know it falls it up, but it don't really matter because generally it's going to be on. If you ever want to work on that circuit, it's just that. I'm probably going to struggle on this one because I don't think I'm going to get any movement to get this T in. So there might be a bit of swearing. Well, no, I never swear, but you know what I mean. I'm going to struggle. I don't really like disturbing them off the cylinder connections if I can help it, because you're just asking for a leak. I'm probably just going to solder this one. I probably should have soldered the other one, but I don't know. You try and do stuff to be quicker, you try and be modern, but then you always end up going back to the old ways. I'm not saying soldering's the old way. It's just, I don't know. You try and improve and stuff like that, but I honestly think soldering's still better. Press is easy, but yeah, you can't beat soldering. Right, that's how we're going to do that. So we've got another lever valve on there, blue. We've gone red for flow and blue for return. Not that it really matters. So we'll just get that bit soldered up quickly, and yeah, get the heating tested that end, or filled up. We can't really test it because we ain't got the rad on, but you know what I mean. I don't know what's going to run out, my gas or the camera, or both. It's not quite perfect soldering, I'm not going to lie, but all soldering's perfect as long as it don't leak, in my book. Yeah, it's not too bad. Yeah, sorry, that bit's a bit crappy there, isn't it? But we're not going to look at it too much. Right, they're all in, connected up and through. I'll go and put a new washer in that drain off. We'll get the cold feed unbunged. And yeah, hopefully if we've got no leaks, that is done. That's the awkward bit. Then all we've got on this job is literally fit the oh, we've still got the soil pipe connection to make. Yeah, I've still got to cut into that cast stack. I'm probably not going to do that today. I can do that any time, to be fair. I'm going to get some proper blades for my recip saw, because I've only got a 4-inch grinder and it's a pain to cut. And I'd sooner not do that today because I've got other places to be, and if it goes wrong it's the only toilet. So yeah, all we got is that to do, fit the toilet, fit the basin and fit the radiator. So that'll only take me about, well, the saw pipe's the most awkward thing. To fit the other thing is about 3 hours work. So yeah, we've done the majority of it now. This is the awkward bit in here. But yeah, it's not too bad. That's the state of the header tank. System is quite mucky. That's what happens when you pour inhibitor straight in. It goes all gunky and skanky. So yeah, Should be filling up. I actually thought it was combined cold feed and vent, but it must be teed in higher up. That I can't see. Sounds to be filling. Yeah, ball valve's just trickling. Probably didn't lose a lot of water, to be fair. Let's open these up. I'll go and pull it through that downstairs leg. Now you can hear the ball valve going. Maybe it's a little bit blocked that cold feed, but it'll find its own level. We'll check the rads. Here it comes. See the crack in it, look. At least all these are tested now in the garage and all the way through. The plasterer did turn up yesterday, or when I was here last time, but he only came to have a look. So I don't know why they were putting me under pressure, but it is what it is. And so I can do this saw pipe to my heart content. I'll just get some proper blades for it and then just tee it in. So this is the boiler. It's an Ideal Logic Heat 24, hence why we couldn't just tee onto the pipework. What have they done wrong here, look? That's right, that's right, that's right. Oh no, answers in the comments. What shouldn't you do with that? I might take the handle off it, to be fair. That might give you a clue. But yeah, naughty, 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 naughty. Been round and bled the rads. Only be upstairs if any that allow bearing, and just fired the hot water up. I always fire hot water first up because it helps get rid of the air, I find. Probably find this will gurgle a little bit. You can hear the vent gurgling a bit, but that's completely normal. Yeah, we'll just make sure the hot water works, and then it's already coming through hot, to be fair. And then we'll flick the heating on, make sure that's working, and then that is job done. And we'll put some inhibitor. I mean, the system's filthy, but I'll put 2 lots of inhibitor in the new rad when I fit it. I don't want to pour it again in the header tank. It'll just knacker everything up. Pump's grinding a bit, but probably got an airlock there. It's quieted it down, isn't it? It'll burble through. It's as old as me, that pump. 92, that one. It's actually faster on speed 2 than it is 3. It's just got, they tend to get weak on speed. They keep stopping for some reason. I don't know if that's, it shouldn't stop. It's just the boiler just, and then it comes back on again. Shouldn't really do that. I give it a blast with the old gallo gun down the vent, down the cold feed, sorry. Look what came out of the vent. It is trickling now, so it probably is filling. I've only got 1 cartridge. Might be a bit more in there, to be fair, but it's filthy. Flow pipe is getting hot now, but that pump doesn't sound very good. I never tried it before, to be fair. The gallo gun's done the trick, but this system needs a bit of work doing on it. Needs a full flush. Yeah, red hot now. That pump might just have a bit of air in it, to be fair. Yeah, it's red hot, which is excellent. Excellente. And it's not going around the heating, only around the hot water. All is quiet, and we are not pumping over or anything. That gallo gun's got me out of the crap more times than enough. 1 cartridge, I think they're about £1.50 a cartridge. You need to order some more, actually. But just stick it in your cold feed, give it a good blast, and all the crap comes out the vent. Saves cutting into the pipework. And just flick the heating on, and it's going around the heating circuit. Beautiful. It's not going around that leg because we've got no radiator on it, but at least the pipework's full. And we've got no leaks, which is even better. Should be alright. That's a gallo gun, by the way. That hasn't got the bottom bit on, but all they do is screw the cartridges in, press the trigger, and it blasts it. And it's perfect because it fits snugly in your cold feed. Yeah, it's handy. Boiler's nice and quiet as well. Just going to check the radiators. We're getting a return here. We've got some return temperature. That filter's probably going to be blocked. Well, not blocked, but filthy. It's maybe been serviced, to be fair. The flow. Yeah, the flow's getting nice and hot as well. That's not too bad. As always, thank you so much for watching. The support is greatly appreciated. Just run you through some news really. Jacob handed his notice in a couple of weeks ago, so it was his last day today when the video goes out. I was pretty, well, I don't know. I was a bit, he put a lot of time and effort into people. I just got him through all his gas and everything, spent a fortune on him. I just bought him an analyzer. Well, the day I gave him his analyzer, he handed his notice in. So he's gone to work for a rival company. I don't know. He told me he just wants to do boilers and stuff all the time. I can't give him boilers all the time. We're just like, we get a bit of everything you've seen on the channel, and yeah. I was giving him, I said to him, he can do every boiler I get, but I can't give him boilers, you know, 5 days a week. It's just not what we do. So he's decided to move on, which I was obviously a bit, well, I am going to say sad. Yeah, I was a bit choked up really. You like to keep good lads are hard to find, or good people are hard to find. I shouldn't say lads, because there's good female plumbers as well. But yeah, it's just, as I say, you put a lot of time and effort into people. It's the second time it's happened to me where I've trained somebody up, and the last lad left just before I got him through his gas, because obviously Jacob's decided to go just after. I mean, I'm never, you can never stop it. Obviously, people are always going to want a better their career. I do wish him all the best for the future. I haven't really got a bad word to say about him, really. Obviously, I'm disappointed that he's leaving. I just wish he'd said something before it took, because I found out he actually went for his interview before he got his gas. I just wish he'd said something. But as I say, I can't blame people for wanting to better their career. I personally think, and I'm obviously biased, he'd have had better career opportunities with me if he was going to go. Fair enough if he was going to go work for himself, but the fact that he's gone to work for a rival company, it was a bit of a kick in the teeth, to be honest with you. But yeah, as I say, he didn't go for the money. He just went because he wanted to do boilers all the time. So, you know, I can't do it. So yeah, I am looking for somebody else. So if anybody wants a job, you know, I've got an advert out there. But I'll find somebody else. I don't. The problem is at the minute I'm that busy. I've got that many jobs on the go. I've got that much stuff going through my head. That I really need somebody who's like qualified, or I don't mind. I know not everybody can do everything, and I always try to work to people's strengths. That's why Jacob struggled with some stuff. I struggle with stuff. Everybody struggles with different things, so I always try and play to people's strengths. I say I've got another lad who does all my servicing as well. I've still got Harry as well. Harry's brother works for as well now. We've got quite a few lads, but not on the plumbing side. But say if I'm doing like a big boiler, like an oil boiler, sometimes I can pull people out over from like the other trades to give us a hand with that anyway, like lifting and stuff. So it's not too bad. I will be able to cope, but I know next year we've got, well, I've got some big jobs priced up. And I don't like talking about the future, but you always got a plan for the future, even into next year, like with the work and stuff like that. So I was pretty disappointed. So I did sort of say to him the other week, like next year we've got a huge job on the go, and it'll all be what he enjoys, like running in pipework. It'll be mint. But even, you know, as I say, you never stop anybody. If they've got their heads where they want to go, they'll go. So yeah, that's pretty much where we're at now. So I'll be really busy for the next, well, it's silly season anyway, isn't it? Couldn't really come at a worse time. So I don't know if I'll be able to get 2 videos out a week, 1 video out a week. I'll just do my best. One last thing quickly, don't say anything bad about him in the comments or anything like that. I was obviously disappointed that he left, but I've not got a bad word to say about him. People move on, you can never stop it. People want to better their careers and stuff. So yeah, please be nice, please be civil. I know some people will be saying, oh, you should have been really mad with him or whatever. You know, it's life. People move on. I'll move on. You know, I'll just do the job. I'll always be here, just trying to do my best, and that's all you can ever do.